Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Irene Natasha binti Anwar. My metric number is 2212038. So for today, I'll be presenting about social ill or teen pregnancy that happens among the teenagers. What is social ill? It is a situation that tends to push society backward because of it has the potential to drag the entire country if these problems are not handled well. And what is teen pregnancy? It is a girl under 20 who get pregnant, or teens usually refer to the age of 15 to 19 years old, and this thing happens, it might be because of either they were raped or because of they do the sexual intercourse with either their friends, their boyfriends, or their girlfriends. There are several causes for this issue. The first one is the fragile relationships in family. Teens become wild as parents did not even bother where they go or what time they coming back to home. And they also might come from a broken home family, which usually those kids will stay with either their friends or even their boyfriends or girlfriend. Second factors is influenced by friends. Teenagers tend to spend a lot of time with their friends, so it will lead them to follow whatever their friends doing. And one is the advancement in technology. So, as we know, nowadays we have an instant access to information in the internet. For instance, teenagers can access the 18 plus website, as those websites are not private, so they can watch those kind of video. And they also will have a strong desire to try something new, so it's actually not good for them. And then lastly is the level of education. Having a lower education makes them cannot distinguish between what is right and what is wrong. For example, they might not know that actually Islam already prohibits zina and it was stated in the Al-Quran, but due to lack of knowledge and lack of education, they didn't know about it. So for the statistic, Malaysia has the 8th positions among other Asian countries. And beware, this is not something new and this is quite serious. And according to that statistic also, approximately 11.5% adolescent pregnancy are reported for every 1,000 teen. And then lastly, those teens who are at the age of 15 to 19 years old were actually involved in this teens pregnancy. Moving on to the next statistic, 35% of the female youth think that there will be no impact when they having sex for the first time in their life. So in 2014 also, we can see that the number of teenagers that involved roses from 2.3% to 7.3% in 2017. And if you look at based on state, Sarawak has the highest percentage of adolescent pregnancy. This is because those girls were from rural area. They might move to maybe Kuala Lumpur to further their studies, or maybe because they were a good student, so they were sponsored into good schools that far from their house. So they might not even know that like sexual harassment is actually exists, or they did not even know that actually a man or their friends can influence them in this kind of issue. So hence that is why Sarawak has the highest percentage as compared to the other state. Consequences of teen pregnancy. The first one is baby dumping. According to the Malaysian police report, about one baby will be dumped for every 3 days. So this is quite worrying, as it happened because teens might not have enough money to take care of their baby. So what they can do is just dump their baby so that others can take care of their baby. But actually it is not a good thing to do. And then second one is the attempt to consume abortion pills. Teen actually can buy them at online store without having a doctor's advice. So it is very, very serious and very high risk, and actually it can affect their health. The one is experiencing complications. So I think it is quite related from their attempt to to consume abortion pill, as it might cause them to have a serious bleeding after the miscarriage, and they also might not have enough nutrition as how our mother consume a good vitamin, a good food, because their family might abandon them as what things that they do. Remedies for teen pregnancy issue. The first one is parents should take part because they should discuss this kind of knowledge with their children about sex and love at the early age, because I think this is something that children should have been informed so that they know what things that they can do and what things that actually they cannot do. Second one is community, especially neighbors. They should launch a report if they knew that there are teens having sex in that house, or they live in one house but they are not even married yet. And other things that they can do is they can also advise if they see some teenagers are dating or do other things. And lastly, this is very vital, which is the government intervention. Ministry of Education should ask school to conduct a program like about sex education. It doesn't mean that we encourage the teenager to do it, but actually this is something that they need to be disclosed to, so that they know what things that will happen and what are the consequences that will happen if they get pregnant. Lastly is the conclusion. All people must work together in order for us to combat this kind of issue, as teens need to have a guardian throughout their adolescence phases. And second one is, I think deeper knowledge in terms of religion and sex are very, very vital in order for us to prevent this kind of things from happen again. And we also must educate our son and daughter about what things that they can do and what things that they cannot do before they get married. And lastly is the many immoral things can happen, for example like baby dumping, that actually result from the teen pregnancy itself. And this issue also actually restrict teens' human right. For instance, they actually should have access to education, but due to pregnant, they might drop out from school because of they embrace with their conditions.